Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to cover the My Disclaimer section that you can find here inside the welcome screen and also here in the side menu as well. So here we are going to be able to manage and also create disclaimers. As you can see, we already have one here, but you can create your first one by clicking this button over here. And we have basically three main steps that we got to cover. So the first one is the name of the cookie banner or the name of the disclaimer, and it will be only used inside AdOpt. The only purpose is for you to better find it inside your organization and understand, okay, this disclaimer is for this brand or for this group of websites or for this client, I don't know, but it's a name for you to better localize and understand what this disclaimer is covering or where it is used on your website. Okay. Next, the URL mapping. So this part is especially important because here you're going to be able to list different URLs. And here it is kind of tricky to understand, but I hope I will be able to clarify it for you. So this part is especially important because it defines the scope AdOpt will use to scan your website environment. In practical terms, every URL you add here helps determine where AdOpt will look for active cookies and services. So if you only add your homepage, for example, AdOpt will only read the services and cookies active on that homepage. If there are other pages, subdomains, or specific sections of your site using different forms, scripts, tags, or embedded tools, those pages should be also added. So if you have a specific page that includes a form or a video that you believe there are additional services, additional cookies being generated there, you should also list here in the URL mapping. A very common question is whether you need to add every page of your site. So we gotta understand that I'm not talking about installation yet. You will be able to install in all across your website, but you don't need to list all of the pages of your website because if it was an e-commerce, this would be impossible. But here we are only talking about the mapping of the cookies on your website or where AdOpt will access in order to read, scan the services, cookies, scripts on your website. So when this happens, and when we access all of these different pages, let's use the example here. So when I click the gear icon and edit, I can see here that I have three different URLs, the home page, a subdomain, and one specific page. And AdOpt will enter those three URLs, read all the cookies that are active. Later on, I can install this tag all across the website, not even those three pages here. I can install all over the website. And the same cookie banner, the same disclaimer will be used all across. So if I give my consent on the home page and later on I access a login page or a contact us page, a blog of the website, I will not need to click again on the cookie banner or give my consent again. Okay, and that is what we call here as cross-domain consent as well. So you will be able to use the same disclaimer all across your website or even across multiple websites as well in order for you to have a better experience for the visitors of your website. One cookie banner covering different website, different domains. Just keep in mind that if you use that strategy, it will all have the same documents, so same privacy policy, cookie policy, terms of use, and also the same DPO, so and even the same DSAR page. So you will be receiving the requests through a same form if using our technology here, or you can. There are other different scenarios as well, but uh, mostly it will be like that. Um so it is it is this is a very specific and very important part. And later on, the next one is Google consent mode. If you see here, we have the option to to set up it automatic. So if you leave this as it is, AdOpt will do all of the work in order for you to be compliant with Google consent mode. And if you choose to do it manually, you will need to set via Google Tag Manager. And following our documentation, we have a full documentation with step-by-step processes in order for you to be able to set the basic mode of the Google Consent mode and also advanced mode with different scenarios for per region and depending on your strategy as well. Okay, we do recommend the automatic one, but you do have the flexibility to do it manually later on. Okay, and that's it. So when you click on save here, you will create your first disclaimer. You will have all of these options in the color red waiting for configuration. And that's what we're going to cover in the next videos. So that's all for today. That's all for this video, and we see you in the next one.